สะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะ
Sit down, please. Coming up next, I just would like to invite Assistant Professor Dr. Bunmi, Assistant Director for Foreign Affairs, to give a report to the President Award ceremony, please.
Respect, Most Venerable Assistant Professor Dr. Prasiddhi Vachira Bandit, Vice Rector for Foreign Affairs and Director of the Para Study Center of Mahachuralongkorn Raja Vidyaraya University. I, Assistant Professor Dr. Bunmi Pansa, Assistant to the Director for Foreign Affairs of MCU, together with the executive lecturers, staff, the International Relations Division, the Dhammaduta College, and our honored guests. I'm very pleased that the most venerable has kindly presided over the opening ceremony of the Bharat Study Center today. I would like to report as follows. As approved by Mahachuralongkorn Raja Vidyaraya University, the estimate of the Palace Study Center has been in effect since April 24, 2024 at our university in Lamsai Sub-District, Wang Noi District, Panakhon Sri Ayutthaya Province. This achievement was made possible through the kind support of the most venerable rector of MCU. The dedicated committee responsible for drafting the regulations for the Para Study Center, and the support of His Excellency Mr. Naget Singh, the Indian ambassador to Thailand, along with Indian business leaders in Thailand. Together, they have organized various activities engaged in discussions on fostering positive religious relations and arrange mutual visits to promote Buddhism under our cooperative agreement. On this auspicious occasion, His Excellency Mr. Naget Singh, the Indian ambassador to Thailand, together with many distinguished eminent scholars and academics from Reading University in India, has honored us by attending the opening of the Palace Study Center. Among our esteemed guests are Advocate Narendra K. Savalaka, Commissioner for NRI Affairs, and former Member of Parliament. Through Professor Bayanath Love, Vice Chancellor from Sanji University. 3. Dr. Ashi Pave, Director from International Center for Cultural Study, ICCS. 4. Professor Nija Gupta, Vice Chancellor from Gujarat University. 5. Professor Rajiv Mohan Pan, Vice Chancellor from Assam University. 6. Professor Natraju Atharaju Pailai, Professor of Philosophy, Jawaharlal Nehru University. 7. Professor Amajiwa Roshan, General Secretary, International Center for Cultural Study, ICCS. 8. Professor Rana Purachottam, Head of the Department of Buddhist Study, Navanaranda Mahavihara Naranda. 9. Mr. Sushi Kuman Sharaf, Chairman Sharaf Global Group of Companies, Bangkok. In view of this, and as a mark of respect and honor to our executive, faculty, staff, ambassadors, and esteemed guests, we respectfully request permission for our delegation to pay respects and receive blessing from the most venerable Assistant Professor Dr. Prasiddhi Wachira Bandit. Now, at this auspicious moment, we kindly invite the most venerable to call upon the chairman of the ceremony to deliver speech and officially inaugurate the Balas Study Center. Thank you, the most venerable sir.
Respected Venerable Mahasangha, Your Excellencies, Mr. Nagesh Singh, Indian Ambassador to Thailand, distinguished guests, executives, lecturers, staff, members of the International Relations Division, representative of the Dhammaduta College, eminent scholars and academics from leading universities in India, students, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is a great honor and privilege to be here today on this monumental occasions, the inaugurations of the Bharat Study Center. On behalf of Mahachulalongkorn Rachavidyalaya University, led by the most venerable Professor Prapom Vacharathirachan, Director of Mahachulalongkorn Rachavidyalaya University, I extend my warmest welcome to Your Excellency, Mr. Nagesh Singh, and Ms. Advocate Nadendra K. Swaiga, Commissioners of the NRI Affairs Cabinet rank and former member of the Parliament, Lok Sabha. Professor Baidayana Lab, Vice Chancellor Sanchi University, my supervisor. Dr. Ashis Bawe, my beloved friends, my close friend, my sincere friends, Director, International Center of Cultural Studies. Professor Nisha Gupta, Vice Chancellor, Gujarat University, Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Professor Anatraju Adaras Sampari, Professor from Philosophy, Jawaharlal Nehru University. Professor Amarashiva Roshan, our good friend of MCU, General Secretary, International Center for Cultural Studies. Professor Rana Purachottam, Head of the Department of Buddhist Studies, Navanaranta Mahavihara Naranta. Mr. Suchil Kuman Sharaf, Chairman Sharaf Global Group of Companies, Bangkok. And most venerable Parat Vinaya Vachara Methi, representative of the director of Mahamakut Buddhist University, the vice rector of Mahamakut Buddhist University, the most venerable Jianwin, the abbot of Chongtaisa Monastery in Bangkok, and all distinguished delegates. The establishment of the Bharat Study Center at Mahachulalongkorn Rachavidyalaya University marks a significant milestone in strengthening the economic and cultural ties between India and Thailand. India, with its rich history, diverse tradition, and profound philosophical heritage, has long been a source of inspiration and knowledge for the world. This center will serve as a hub of learning, research, and cultural exchange fostering a deeper understanding of India's contribution in fields such as philosophy, literature, art, and the development of the Pali and Sanskrit language. We are truly honored to have His Excellency Mr. Nagesh Singh, the best friend of Mahachulalonkon Ratchavidyalaya University. So personally, I learned so many things from Your Excellency, and we have the Bharat Study Center today because of the shadow of compassion, loving kindness, and support everything of the Indian Embassy, led by His Excellency Ambassador of India to Thailand, Mr. Nagesh Singh. He with us today. His presence underscore to commitment of the Indian government to supporting educational and cultural collaboration between our two nations. India and Thailand share a deep historical connection, and through his center, we aim to further strengthen our people-to-people tie, promote economic discourse, and create opportunities for meaningful engagement. As we embark on this journey, we look forward to fruitful partnership, inspiring discussion, and growing community of scholars dedicated to Para Study Center of MCU. I extend my heartfelt gratitude, profound thanks to everyone, especially Your Excellency, Mr. Nagesh Singh, who has contributed to making this vision a reality. With that, it is my great honor, privilege to invite Your Excellency, Mr. Nagesh Singh, to deliver his remark now. Thank you very much.
Namaste, Swadikap. Most Venerable Assistant Professor Siddhi Vajra Pandit, other most venerable monks, very distinguished vice chancellors and representatives from India who have joined us today for this auspicious occasion, distinguished members of the Indian diaspora in Thailand. A lot of them are sitting there who have been big supporters of our cause here. My colleagues from the Indian Embassy, and I'd also love to recognize Dr. Ashish Bhave, a good friend of Thailand and Indian Embassy here in Bangkok. I feel a bit, sitting in the midst of such great scholars, I feel a bit humbled to talk about, knowledge and Buddhism and philosophy, because I think I have much limited understanding than most of you who are present here today. But I will take the liberty to talk about India-Thailand relations and the importance of Buddhism and the message which Lord Buddha gave us more than 500 years ago, how it is so relevant today in terms of the global problems we are facing, and not just in our region, but around the world. As I mentioned earlier, about 15-20 minutes back when we were inaugurating the Bharat Studies Center, India and Thailand have very deep-rooted civilizational relations. People believe that they go back to the time of Emperor Ashoka the Great in the 3rd century BC, which is almost 2,400 years ago, when Buddhism came to this beautiful country. Thereafter, for about 2,000 years, there have been constant exchange of goods, ideas, and people between India and Suvarnabhumi. These exchanges have made a tremendous impact on our cultures, both cultures, whether it's the Thai culture or the Indian culture. And we see it in our everyday life when we live in this beautiful country, and we don't even realize it, whether it's the influence of Buddhism, Hinduism, our festivals, language, as I say, the links between Pali and Sanskrit and the Thai language. Similarly, the festivals we celebrate here, like Loi Krathong and Songkran, we have similar festivals in India, like Makar Sankranti or Kartik Purnima. Our names here in Thailand, most of the names are common with Indian names. So these are some examples I'm giving all of you of the deep connect which our two countries enjoy. And this connect is not just with Thailand. India is connected with the entire Southeast Asian region and beyond, with China for almost 2,000 years. So we are all joined together. And these relationships are not just based on what we call temporal exchanges of goods. In today's world, people talk about economics, material things, but it's a spiritual connect, and that is why it is eternal, that despite all the changes which human society has seen in all these thousands of years, our bonds have never broken, because these bonds are spiritual bonds, a connection of heart to heart. In modern times, today, if you see around the world, we are confronted with wars, whether in Ukraine or in the Middle East. There is the problem of climate change, natural disasters, poverty, hunger. There are all sorts of challenges which human society is facing. And these challenges are global challenges. No political or geographical boundary can protect us as human beings from these challenges, and it has to be a collective response of human society. Now, it is in that context we believe in India, and my Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, often says that if we have to find peace and prosperity in the 21st century, we have to follow the message of Lord Buddha. And he's on record saying, and he says this all the time in international fora, that if the 21st century is going to be an Asian century, we have to follow the path of Dhamma as shown by Lord Buddha. And in that context, when a center like the Bharat Studies Center is established in this very prestigious university, not just for Thailand, but for all of us around the world, it is a very important instrument in trying to promote that message of peace, harmony, prosperity, and universal brotherhood. I don't have to tell you about why the message of Lord Buddha is important in today's time, because you know about it much more than I do. But somewhere we have forgotten about the virtues, the values of compassion, of peaceful coexistence, of helping others who are underprivileged. And I think all of us have this responsibility to take this message out, irrespective of our faith, whether we are Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Buddhists, whatever. Because I believe that Lord Buddha's message and the message of Buddhism is universal. It is applicable to everyone. And that is the path which will take human society towards happiness, towards peaceful coexistence and harmony. Now, coming back to the Bharat Studies Center today, I also want to acknowledge deeply, the contribution of the most venerable Pra Siddhi Vajrapandit. I knew him with a different name, so at times I have to recall your new name, sir. But without your support, I don't think the center would have come into existence. You have been steadfast in supporting the cause of, India-Thailand relations. But it's not just India-Thailand relations. Like I said, it goes beyond that. What we are trying to look at, as in Hindi we say Vishwa Kalyan, to make the world a better place for all of us. I want to thank the rector of MCU, who's always blessed us in terms of, the initiatives we have taken with the university. I know he has a special affection for India. He has always blessed me, and he has mentioned his deep love for our country, where he spent some time. I also want to acknowledge a person who's not here today with us, and I forgot to mention his name. My dear friend and colleague, who was a first secretary in the embassy, Kesang Ashok Wangdi, who has returned to India on posting back to Delhi. But he was a pillar of strength in what we were trying to do here in terms of revival of the message of Buddhism, and not just with the MCU, but other organs of the Buddhist Sangha here in Thailand. And it was his relentless support that helped us get where we are today. In India, there's been a revival. So I thank him for his in absentia. I thank him for his support. I also want to thank Dr. Ashish Bhave because he has been a big support back in India, and all the other distinguished vice chancellors and Acharyagan who are here with us today. But I also thank our, members of the diaspora, whether it's Saraf ji, Kothari ji, Dhanuka ji, who've all helped us in trying to promote the common good. But I just wanted to brief you that, the government of Prime Minister Narendra Modi since 2014 has been investing a lot in the rejuvenation and the repropagation of Buddhism, not just in India, but around the world. New centers of learning, for research, for development, specialized institutes, all of them are coming in. Recently, not recently, about 6-7 months back, Pali was also declared as, Pali and Sanskrit were declared as classical languages, and especially Pali because when we declare it in Government of India, when the nomenclature is given as of being a classical language, many more resources, financial and otherwise, go into revival of the language. And I think everyone will benefit from that, not just in India, but scholars like you who might want to go back and do further research in this sphere. New centers of Buddhist learning are coming up in various parts of the country, and I think some of our other more distinguished speakers will talk about it. Buddhist places of worship are being uplifted in terms of infrastructure, connectivity. So what I'm trying to tell you is that in India, there is a belief, there is a conviction that Buddhism has to be repropagated, and people have to be, it never went away, but people have to be reminded of the importance of that message which Lord Buddha gave. And my Prime Minister talks about it everywhere in all international fora, and his favorite phrase is that India has not given yudh but buddh to the world wherever he goes in the United Nations and other places. And he believes that this is the way forward for human civilization. I can talk about the kind of efforts which are going to uplift, places like Sarnath, Bodh Gaya, Kushinara, other eminent places of Buddhist importance for pilgrims who are going there. The new universities, the new institutions which are coming up there. And there can be a separate lecture on that because so much of work is going into that aspect of it. So let me stop here. Not to ramble too much because there are other speakers who I'll be interested in listening to, but just want to assure MCU that the Government of India, and I can speak on behalf of the other institutions of learning who are represented here by the distinguished vice chancellors and others, that we will continue to partner with MCU. We will continue to try and support each other so that people, students from and venerable monks from all parts of the world can benefit from this wonderful institution that has been created here today. So once again, thank you very much. Thank you for your attention, and thank you to MCU for the Bharat Study Center. And I hope India's knowledge, India's wisdom, which we don't claim as our own, we claim it as universal, valid for everyone, and we are willing to share it with everyone. In the great Indian tradition of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, as we treat the world as a family, I hope that the Bharat Study Center will become a fountain from which everyone can benefit. So thank you once again. Achan, I want to pay my respects to you and through you to the most venerable rector of MCU for his support, his blessings and his kindness. And let me stop here. I think I've spoken enough. Khap kun khap, and thank you very much.
On behalf of the top authorities of Mahachulalongkorn University, I just would like to express my thanks and appreciation to His Excellency Nagaising, Ambassador of India to Thailand, to give votes of thanks and also talking about background, about the mutual collaboration between the embassies of India in Thailand and Mahachulalongkorn University. We still have 4 more keynote speakers, as he already mentioned. First is Advocate Narendra K. Swaigar, Commissioner for NRI Affairs. And second one, Professor Neeraj Gupta, Vice Chancellor of Gujarat University. And third is Professor Janet Raff, Vice Chancellor of Sanchit University. And the last one, Professor Dr. Amarajiwa Lotion, General Secretaries of International Center for Cultural Studies. So I just would like to invite the first keynote speaker, Advocate Narendra K. Swaigar, Commissioner for NRI Affairs, to give a keynote speech. Yeah, please, sir.
Well, good morning, everyone here. The most venerable director of this Bharat Studies Center, as well as all the monks here, faculty members, students, Indian diaspora over here, all the other members and my dear friends. Well, His Excellency Nagesh Singh Ji has elaborated on the role and the relationship of India and Thailand. So I won't dwell much into it, but I would like to be very brief, and I would like to make some comments about the Bharat Studies Center, which is being inaugurated today in this prestigious institution. I'm sure that this Bharat Studies program has its roots in the ancient Indian tradition and learning and the scholarship. The study of Indian culture, history, and philosophy has been a continuous process throughout, with contributions from the thinkers, saints, and the scholars. The Center Bharat Studies, I'm sure, will facilitate a deeper understanding of the wide range of subjects associated with India's history, philosophy, and Indian culture. As you are aware, India's history spans for thousands of years, with a richly diverse background of religions. According to 2011 census, India has 121 spoken languages, each with its own unique history. The country comprises of 28 states and 8 union territories, each with its distinct culture, making India a culturally vibrant nation. India's rich philosophical heritage, including all the religions like Sikhism, Buddhism, and others, makes Indian philosophy a treasure of trove and study. I'm confident that this center will play a significant role in promoting and providing a deeper understanding of India's rich cultural philosophy and its contribution to the world. As India emerges as a global power, centers like Bharat Studies will help spread awareness and provide deeper insights into India's true strength. I thank and once again I congratulate the university and more particularly Venerable Director of this Bharat Studies for having taken initiative in establishing Bharat Study Center in this prestigious university. I also thank him for extending invitation to attend this today's function. I wish the Bharat Studies Center all success. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Advocate. That be on stage first. To would like to invite Dr. Bhikkhus Rattanamandit to kindly present souvenir to Advocate and Roy K. Swigert, Commissioners for IFS. And next keynote speaker is Professor Niraj Gupta, Vice Chancellor of Gujarat University. I just would like to invite Madam. Yeah, please give a big hand to welcome her, please.
Namaste, Sadar Vandan. A very good morning to respected Mahasangha, His Excellency Ambassador of India to Thailand, Shri Nagesh Singh Ji, Most Venerable Fra Siddhi Vajra Pandit Acharya Ji, and the respected Acharyas from this university and other universities, respected diaspora friends, and my colleagues from India. I am humbled and honored to attend this inauguration ceremony of Bharat Study Center, which is unique and historic in its own manner. Bharat has reached out to the world in the form of universal values, as Honorable Ambassador Sir has already mentioned. But in this troubled time, when we find the war in many forms, we normally feel that absence of war is not peace. We have to aspire for peace and work for it, and it needs some price to be paid. Should we be ready to pay that price for peace? Because the liability on academic fraternity has increased. The world needs more and more from the academics. They are looking at us to bring in more solutions for sustainability, for ecological problems, for environmental problems, for shared pains and shared histories. And at this juncture, having Bharat Adhyan Center is going to play an extra role that the world expects from all of us. This is an iconic center which is going to be, I'm sure, because what we know from Buddhism, that there is an insider within us who is looking at us, who is always judging us, who is going to aspire for evaluation of the quality of the word. The young generation today is driven by artificial intelligence. But on oblique side, we have Rishi intelligence. We have to trust more and more on our Rishi intelligence and beat that artificial intelligence, which is actually artificial because it is data driven. So again, the liability is fallen on the academic world to produce the correct data to this cloud atmosphere so that this artificial intelligence also speaks the truth. We should not be misguided, and sometimes we feel sorry to see the youngsters and we really want to hold their hands and take them on the right path. But in an atmosphere when even parents have outsourced their duties on the teachers, I think the academic collaborations, the academic unity, the academic participation will take this effort with most vulnerable. Fra has taken up this with most efforts and has envisioned a long term activity in the center. On behalf of Gujarat University, I can offer the collaboration in research and studies. Let's work together. And at the end, I would like to invite all of you for Dhamma, which again Gujarat University is going to organize this year. At the end, we all earn siddhi with our karma. We have to adopt more and more good karma so that together we can make the world livable. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you very much. Vice Chancellors from Gujarat University still remain on the stage. I just would like to invite Associate Professor Dr. Tachanand Israedes, Assistant Director for General Affairs, to present a souvenir to Madam Neeraj Gupta, Vice Chancellor of Gujarat University. And after this, it will be the third keynote speaker. Now, I just would like to invite Professor Bayanath Raf, Vice Chancellor of Sanjit University, to be kindly giving a keynote speech. Please welcome him by give a big hand, please.
नमो तस्स भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा संबुद्धस्स. Respected Honorable Nagesh Singh ji, the Honorable Ambassador of Bharat to Thailand, Palomi ji, Dhanuka ji, and all Professor Propanda Vidya ji, and many scholars and other distinguished delegates who have come here to witness this great occasion of establishment of this Bharat Study Center. As we know, Ashok was the first king historically who spread the Buddha's message through his ambassadors to this area, which was largely known as Swarna Bhumi. And my very dear student, who is now I'm proud of him, that he is now the director. Although, as Nagesh was telling, it is for me also to get acquainted with new name. For me, he has always been Surasak. And Acharya Chanakya has said, Shishyat Putrat Parajayet. If a person is defeated by his son, his kids and kids, and his disciples, it is not his defeat. It is his victory. So it is my victory that my student is director now. He took me to the city of Nakhompathon, which is known as Nagar Pratham. And it is believed that the Son and Uttar came to that place to spread the Buddha's message. So Bharat and Thailand, these two countries have age-old relations. And Bharat has never believed, although we have become one of the most powerful economic powers in the today's world, but Bharat has never believed in military expansion. We have always believed in eternal values of humanity, love, kindness, sympathy, and universal brotherhood and all that. And on the basis of those values, because they are our powers, those are our strengths. And because of that, we are accepted now in the larger part of this globe. Today, Bharat Study Center is formally, although it was established last year only, 24th April 2024, but today we are formally and ceremoniously enjoying it. So I wish that we could strengthen our mutual relation in the days to come. I was in the Vice Chancellor of Navnalanda Mahavihar. There, number of students from Thailand are there. I was, for some time, I looked after the charge of Central Institute of Buddhist Studies in Ladakh. Now I'm at Sanchi University of Buddhist Indic Studies, although we are a new university, and my predecessor, Professor Nirja Gupta, was just telling about that. So we wish that we could strengthen our relations in the days to come. With all these words, I express my gratitude that you gave me this opportunity to be here and to be a witness of this great occasion. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Still remain on the stage. I would like to invite Assistant Professor Dr. Bunmi Pansa, Assistant Director for Foreign Affairs, to present a souvenir to Professor Bayanat Lav, Vice Chancellor of Sanchi University. So after this, it will be the last from India. Coming up next, I would like to invite Professor Amarachua, Lieutenant General Secretary, International Center for Cultural Studies, to give a keynote speech.
Namaskar พระคุณเจ้าสวัสดีทุกคนที่ไหนที่ประชุมวันนี้นะครับ Your Excellency and the Sanghas, I can see this day is a very historic. As teacher and student of history, I feel Pravathisat Thai is written here by this center. I go back to understanding the history of India studies initiative taken very deeply So the beginning of us understanding India in a study center, I was the witness when 1993, P.V. Narasimha Rao was here. And I remember some of the Dhanukazis here. We were collecting money for the establishment of India Study Center at Thammasat. Then I was also connected with those days of Chula and then Chiang Mai. Now, as we know, we have 6 India Study Center. And it is great fortune for me to be part of this today because this is the first initiative taken in a Buddhist community of Sangha, which was most important and very importantly in the sense of getting it done because you have been messenger of India. I think 60% of people were connected to India studying in Delhi or Sanchi or Nalanda or Nagpur and also in Pune. I can see some of the faces who have been to India studying master and PhD program. So this establishment is a great achievement of His Excellency Nageshji, which is a very, very timely, importantly known for us to carry the wisdom of Lord Buddha to this land and other parts of the world. I'm sure the study related to India will be covered under this project. And as you know, I have also one personal request to Sangha here that the number of Thai students, especially from the monks, they are not going that much, which was earlier. I remember in 1995, we had 100 Thai monks in India studying master and PhD programs. And today we have only 17 in all India. Luckily, I have 3 of them at University of Delhi where I teach, and I can feel that the number will be supported by our very dynamic Indian embassy. By the grant, I can see 30 scholarship from ICCR is there. But next neighbor, Cambodia, has 68, 1/3 of Thailand. So, Excellency, please increase the number. We want to take many monks here to our places. The 68 going from, they cannot get 65 people even now. 3 of them are left. And here, sir, 30 should be made minimum 75 to celebrate Indian Constitution 75th year, sir. And I'm sure the cooperation from ICCS, where I am working as General Secretary, will work in this direction. And we are very keen to establish Thai Language Center also in the University of Delhi. We look forward to support from Achan Surasak, because Achan Surasak has the name of the Shakti of Sura. And now he has got a new name, which makes Vajra and Siddhi. So he has the Siddhi of diamond in his name, and he's Pandit Leo, already Pandit Leo. So these all things will help us in growing faster together. The love which I see in his eyes for so many years has grown very deep. This love is very rare among Thai Buddhist monks. And I'm sure he will be training many of them to be part of our understanding relation of so many years. And I'm sure it will be a great subject here for helping the community relation between India. This is high time that we have to learn India was the place of the birth. India was Jambudweep. You call in your lecture Champudweep, but Jambudweep is now getting overshadowed by some of our neighbors. I'm sure this Bharat Study Center will work in this direction, almost much more important than BSc, but like MSc, not Bachelor in Science, but Master in Science type of thing, because you have so much Mahachula capacity. I'm sure the success is yours and time will be yours. With these words, I offer my sincere gratitude for all of you to bring me here. Sawadee-krap.
Thank you very much. Still remain on the stage. I would like to invite Associate Professor Dr. Konit Sithong, Vice Director of International Buddhist Studies College, to present a souvenir to Professor Amarajiwa Loshan, General Secretary, International Center for Cultural Studies. So after this, there will be 3 more keynote speakers, including Venerable Master Jian Win and abbess of Jong Tai San Monasteries, China, for Thailand quarter. Now I just would like to invite Most Venerable Master Jian Win to kindly give keynote speech.
Most Venerable Dr. Prasitavajra Pandit, Vice Rector for Foreign Affairs of Mahachula Longgong Rajavidyalaya University, His Eminence Ambassador of India to the Kingdom of Thailand, all the venerables and special guests, today is a distinguished occasion for me to attend the opening ceremony of Bharat Study Center of MCU. On behalf of the Sangha of Chongtai Chan Monastery, I would sincerely express congratulations to MCU. As there was a memorandum of understanding and signed by Mahachula Longgong University and Chongtai Chan Monastery, we both sides cooperated enthusiastically within 2 years and then made plenty progress. I deeply know the Vice Rector, Dr. Prasitavajra Pandit, would devote himself on practicing Buddha's teaching and promoting spreading Buddha Dharma all over the world. When I was told that Vice Rector will be entitled the Director for Bharat Study Center, I truly believe that the new study center will make tremendous progress in the future. Buddhism originated in India and is still flourishing in many areas on the globe nowadays. Many sites occurred in Buddha's life remained in India. To each Buddhist practitioner's footprints of Buddha was holy places. There is the cause. India always can remind numerous Buddhists to bound for India to pilgrimage. Because of such profound friendship between Chongdai Chan Monastery and MCU, my Dharma friends and I have got the privilege to witness the inauguration ceremony of Bharat Study Center. I sincerely hope it can cause the pilgrimage trip to India someday. Now I want to express gratitude to MCU for having me here and sharing best wishes to all participants. May everyone be in harmony with others, also can develop profound awareness, inner peace, and wisdom. Thank you for all.
Thank you very much, Venerable Sir. Still remain on the stage. I just would like to invite Venerable Associate Professor Dr. Pamaha Chirawat Kantawano, Director of ASEAN Study Center, to present a souvenir to the most venerable Abbot of Wat Chong Pai San. Speaker. And next one, I just would like to invite Assistant Professor Dr. Chirapat Papantavitya, a Royal Scholar. And also, he's a lecturer for Silpakorn University. He got Pathamasi Reward from India in 2022 to give a keynote speech. Please give a big hand or applause him. Thank you very much.
Namaskar. Namaskar พระวชิรสิทธิมุนี Siddhi, the director of the new established Para Study Center. I'm very much honored to be invited to speak on this occasion. Your Excellency, I'm great honor also to be part of this inauguration. And my connection with this university was very long back. After finishing my bachelor degree from Silpakorn University, I was invited to be a special lecturer at Mahachula Longkorn Ratchavidyalaya University in 1965, a long time ago, before I go to India. So, Prat Mahasurasak, which is now Prat Siddhi Vachira Bandit, was my Sanskrit student. And I'm proud that he now has become the vice president of this university and also the director of Para Study Center. So it is a great achievement for me. I'm proud of that. And he's very humble that whenever he saw me, he always addressed me as his teacher. This is because of the value of the Indian wisdom that I have learned from India University, from Baroda. I studied there in 1969. I studied there for 7 years. And I have learned a lot in many respects, especially in Indian culture, Indian philosophy. So it is great that Indian government and MCU cooperate to establish the Para study at this university. I think that it will be a great center for Indian study, maybe the strongest in Thailand. Congratulate the achievement that the Indian government has support this university to have this center. I hope that the teaching of Lord Buddha will spread all over the world for universal peace. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. I would like to invite Assistant Professor Dr. Pramaha Sompong Kunakaro, Vice Director of International Buddhist Studies Center, to kindly present a souvenir to Assistant Professor Dr. Jirat Papantawitaya. And the last one is from Mahamakut Buddhist University. I just would like to invite Associate Professor Dr. Suwin Laksat, Assistant Director for Academic Affairs, to give a keynote speech. Yeah. Please, sir. Please applaud him.
Most respected to Pra Sithiwachara Bandit and Pra Rajvinaya Wachira Meti, and all venerables and our distinguished guests, especially His Excellency Mr. Nagesh Singh, the Indian Ambassador to Thailand, and all scholars. Today, I am so express my gratitude to be here as a part of achievement in order to establish the Power Study Center. On behalf of Mahamakut Buddhist University, we are both Sangha or Buddhist University in Thailand, Mahamakut and Mahachula. I also, as a result of scholar from India, 24 years back, asked Professor Amarachiwa Rojan has said at the time more than 100, but now also that's matter. I think because of the time is so come to, I would say, modern time, we can learn from any place. But from that time, when I come to the Para Study Center at the 4th floor, when I enter that, my feeling as I am staying in India at the time, we share our previous story. Some they come from Madras, some come from Banaras University, but I come from Delhi University, and our master also, he graduated from Delhi University. That's why we feel as a unique to be as a part of close friendship. As the ambassador has said, this is a landmark. As I think in our cultural connection that is long time. But this only one of that remark in order to share and express our wisdom to the world. We will help and we will share our knowledge in order to contribute for the world. And I think last but not least, I'm so happy and congratulations to be here with our fulfillment with this landmark, and also in order to work together as a director, he will run the center. Thank you very much for all who participate here.
Thank you very much. Still remain on the stage first. I just would like to invite most venerable Assistant Professor Dr. Pasiti Vajrabandit to kindly present souvenir. And after that, I just would like to invite the most venerable sir to be seated first before perform the closing ceremony. I just would like to invite Mr. Sushin Kumar Sharaf, Chairman of Sharaf Global Groups of Company Bangkok, to offer souvenir to the most venerable Professor Dr. Pasiti Vajrabandit, Vice Rector for Foreign Affairs, who performed the present over the ceremony on behalf of Professor Dr. Phom Vajrathirajan, Rector of Mahachulalongkorn Rajavidyalaya University, to preside over the inauguration ceremony and also a keynote speech since morning till now. So after this, I just would like to humbly invite the most venerable sir to express the words of thanks to the ambassadors of India to Thailand, His Excellency Nagesh Singh, and on Vice Chancellors from India and on guests who come to attend this ceremony. So after that, it will be the presentations of the handbag to Dhammaduta candidates. Now I would like to invite the most venerable sir to kindly perform a closing ceremony first.
Respected the most venerable Mahasangha, my warm blessing to Your Excellency Mr. Nagesh Singh's distinguished scholars, Vice Chancellors, ladies and gentlemen, on my students, Dhammaduta Bhikkhu. Bharat Study Center of Mahachulalongkorn Rajavidyalaya University start on 28 November 2023. 28 November 2023. Some distinguished scholars, representative of the government of India, visit MCU, and I have a golden opportunity to invite all of them to pay a courtesy visit our rector. And then our rector, the most venerable Professor Phom Vajrathirajan, said that, so we should have Bharat Study Center, because around 90% of the administrators of MCU complete from India. So we have to return our gratitude to India, to the land of the Buddha, the land of enlightenment. And the rector assigned to me to work for everything for the Bharat Study Center. And then after that, we have a meeting many times with His Excellency Mr. Nagesh Singh and Mr. Ashok Wangdi, my friend, and also Mr. Ashish Bawe. And then I was invited to visit New Delhi in the month of January last year, and I have opportunity to pay a courtesy visit the Vice President of India and also the Prime Minister office. We talk a lot about the Bharat Study Center. So, okay, we had a short time. We have the Bharat Study Center today because of the shadow of supervision, compassion, support, and everything of His Excellency, Mr. Nagesh Singh, the Ambassador of India to Bangkok. Could you please give a big applause? And one more thing, the most venerable professor, Prapomacharathirajan, director of MCU. He completed Varanasi University in Bali and Buddhist studies. Now he watched MCU TV. Thank you very much. The most venerable my master, because of your loving kindness, support, and everything, I can do and work, and I can express my profound gratitude to the land of enlightenment, the land of the Buddha, India. I would like to express my profound gratitude to the most venerable now. Thank you. So thank you very much, my colleges, Dhammaduta College, International Relations Divisions, and also my colleges of MCU, the member of faculty, and everyone to support. Anything I ask and I take permission from the administrators of MCU, they always support. So once again, I have a knowledge, I have many things, and so I have today because of the compassion, loving kindness, metta karuna of my master, Professor Chilapat Papantavitaya. He taught me a lot in Sanskrit language. When I was in Jammu University for 3 years, 2011 to 2015, sometimes I have some problem, big problem. I faced some problem in my life in Jammu University because of my teacher, my master, the professor by the Yaladap. Now he is the Vice Chancellor of Sanchi University. Because of your knowledge, your compassion, your loving kindness and support, your student have today. Thank you very much. So once again, thank you very much, the most venerable, my Dhamma brother, most venerable Parat Vinayavachara Methi, representative of the rector of Mahabhut Buddhist University. He was the first monk received me from the Indira airport in 2007 when I was and my flight touched down Delhi airport, and then I met him first, and then he took me to Kamaranaka to Delhi University. Okay, once again, the most venerable Jianyin, the airport of Zhongtai Monastery, Republic of China, I consult him about the Bala Study Center, and then he appreciated the land of the Buddha, the land of enlightenment. He support Bala Study Center as well. So we just give a big applause to the most venerable Jianyin. So we have a short time, and after that, we take a group photo together, and then we have lunch. I once again thank you very much for giving opportunity MCU to have to offer Indian food today.
So,
yes.
Venerable Sir, just only 5 minutes.
Okay.
One who would like to offer souvenir to the most venerable Sir from India, please come to offer. Just come on the stage. Come this way, please. Vice Chancellors on one who would like to present souvenirs they have brought from India to present to the most venerable Assistant Professor Dr. Prasithi Vajrabandit as the Vice Director for Foreign Affairs. You know that he and his team worked so hard for this Bharat Study Center. And on behalf of the top authority of Mahachulalongkorn Ratchavidyalaya University, Professor Dr. Papom Vajrathirajan, I also just would like to express my gratitude and expressions to all guests read by His Excellency Nagesh Singh, the Ambassador of India to Thailand, to come to work together hand in hand with Mahachulalongkorn Ratchavidyalaya University. So after this, I just would like to invite all of you to have a group photography and have lunch. So I just would like to invite all to take a group photography. In front of the Vipassana Dura building. So after that, we move to dining hall and to have food. And as the most venerable sir already informed that today we offer Indian food. One who are alumnus of India, we feel very great to have Indian food today for lunch. We'd like to invite all lecturer, administrative lecturer staff of Mahachulalongkorn Vidyalaya University. On behalf of organizing committee, we'd like to express my thanks and appreciations to all administrators of Mahachulalongkorn Vidyalaya. And so from MBU, Mahamakut Buddhist University, led by Most Venerable Prahlad Vajrasarameti. Okay, now we are going to have a group for the photography. So after that, just would like to invite all of you to have lunch. Thank you very much for attending